Where's my chapstick? Here we go. I live a little chap. How's everybody doing? Babe, I just wanted to come and talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion. Let me get myself together. Sorry, y'all. What's up, y'all? I'm sorry. I was putting lotion on and trying to get myself together. How's everybody doing? But we down here tonight to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion. Honey, this could have been, girl, I'm not going to complain because ain't nobody putting no pistol to my head making me watch. I'm choosing to watch. But, I mean, it was what it was. It's going to be what it's going to be. Everybody on that stage is lying. Okay? Most of the girls on that stage are lying. Okay? I think I pretty much caught everybody in a lie tonight. Okay? What's up, Faith, Love, Life, and Style? What's up, Keisha Boo? What's up, Elissa and Anika? What's up, Miss Dale? Baby, I haven't even watched Basketball Wives. I forgot all about. I forget that basketball. Even though I review the show, I forget that it comes on Monday nights. Like I know for a fact. Like I know that Real Housewives of Atlanta comes on Sundays. Like I always forget Basketball Wives comes on Monday. So I don't really know until either I see like, you know, the day of. Like today, I saw the clip of Jackie and her daughter, Chantel. I'm gonna wait for a few more people to get in here, then we're gonna go ahead and get started. Baby, we gotta tell the truth, y'all. We gotta tell the truth and shame the devil tonight. We gotta tell the truth and shame the devil, y'all. I feel like I'm in a twilight zone. I feel like I'm in a twilight zone sometimes. You know? You know what I feel like? And maybe it's because I review the show. I review shows that I try to be fair and I try to be objective as much as possible. Even when I don't particularly care for a person, I still try to take out however I feel sometimes and just look at it through somebody else's lens. So I think sometimes, like for the last couple of days, I just been kind of confused by the comment section. Because I feel like now it's me over here, like it was Real Housewives of Potomac season 5. And I feel like I'm seeing something completely different, or either I'm just not remembering how it happened. And then I feel like everybody over here is like seeing something different and saying something completely different than what I think. So then it's like I start questioning, like, did that happen? Because am I tripping? Girl. Baby. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into this review because I do want to. It's not going to be out tonight, but I do want to watch Basketball Wives. What's up, Carlos? Shamia is flopping, but I think that people are being unfair with Shamia. I'm just gonna be honest. You know what I feel like? You know what I feel? This is what I feel. I feel like people dislike Shamia now because she went against Drew and they like Drew. I really feel that way. That's what I just think. Okay, so listen. All right. So the episode starts out with Angela and Phaedra. PJ is speaking. Angela basically PJ is peach juice. I saw you windmilling on Twitter, cousin. Here's something for an ice pack. Thank you, Stephanie. Peach juice is speaking, Porsha, and Angela says everything that you've been through. You're saying you thought I set it up. To me, it is very weird that Porsha is moved by the spirit to speak up for Phaedra. I have come to the conclusion that Phaedra and Porsha are in an alliance. And that's just what it is. You're not going to get me to believe that just a week or two ago on Instagram, Porsha was calling out Phaedra for being a liar. Y'all talk about, no, we talk about Shamia being Porsha's lapdog. Porsha is Phaedra's lapdog. Phaedra did an interview with Jason Lee, basically saying that the stuff that happened in season 9 was basically a lie and she took it for the team. Porsha then turned around and got on Instagram and said that Phaedra, you are a liar. And then Porsha took a screenshot of her calling Phaedra a liar and then put it in her story. This just happened like a week or two ago. On top of that, just the other day at the Cowboy Carter concert, Porsha and Phaedra were there together. I literally saw Lawrence Hatt walking behind Phaedra. Remember though they filmed the reunion first and then she did the interview with Jason. I remember. I'm telling y'all how this is happening. They filmed the reunion a week or two ago. The interview with Jason Lee aired. Porsha got online, called Phaedra a liar, took a screenshot, put it in her story, and just the other day at the Cowboy Carter concert, girl, Phaedra and Porsha were there together. Girl, that's the order that it went. Baby, am I? So it does look absolutely insane for Porsha to still be taking up for Phaedra. Girl, you look crazy. Girl, you look absolutely insane. You look insane. So while yes, Shamia is definitely Porsha's lapdog, Porsha is Phaedra's. Does Phaedra know Charles? Let me say something. I don't think that Phaedra knows Charles. I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't. The only way I'm going to believe it, Charles is going to have to come out there and say, yes, I knew Phaedra. If Charles come out and say he don't know Phaedra, then I'm going to believe Charles. If Charles come out and say, girl, I met her at a party one time, I was in the NBA, I'm going to believe Charles. I believe that Phaedra did try and put some stank on it. Oh, yeah, I know Charles. He's a good time. He likes to party. Girl, Charles is in the NBA. It's a scheme that they have set up. Leave Todd out of it. Thank you, Resney. Girl, Charles was in the NBA. Charles has probably been to clubs. People have probably been in Charles's section. Charles has probably met hundreds of thousands of people. Meeting someone, even being in a person's section that you probably got in through somebody else, does not necessarily mean that you know that person. I don't think that Phaedra knows Charles. I think she probably met Charles because Charles played in the NBA. Girl. Maybe if they partied together, it was because somebody let Phaedra get in Charles' section. Other than that, if Angela say my husband don't know you, that's more than likely what Charles told Phaedra. And I mean Charles told Angela, and I am gonna believe Angela and Charles. I think that Phaedra came in sprinkling shit so it could continue to paint the picture that probably Charles is still unfaithful to Angela. Oh yeah, I know Charles. Oh, I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know him. I didn't. What did she say? Um, yeah, I didn't know he was married. Well, if you said that you knew Charles 10 years ago, and Charles and Angela are going on their 8th-year anniversary, then how would you know Charles was married 10 years ago? Because he would not be married 10 years ago if he was only girls about to celebrate his 8th-year anniversary. It be stuff like that, girl. Now, let's just go ahead and get into the stunt queen and Junebug and all that mess. Y'all know I do not see it for Phaedra Parks. Hello? I do not see it for Phaedra. However, I don't know if I completely buy that Phaedra had something to do with that queen walking up to Angela or having anything to do with. She didn't say that, Lexi. She said she knew him. She didn't say you're changing the wording. You're changing the wording. She didn't say I know of him. She said I know him. That's a difference. You're changing the wording. She didn't say that. She said I know Charles. She didn't say I know of Charles. She didn't say I met Charles at the club. She didn't say I was a lawyer for one of his friends. She said I know Charles. But that's completely different from saying I know of him. Is that not the same thing? Did Phaedra not act like her and Charles was cool back in the day? And they used to party together. That's what she said. That's what I be talking about. Y'all be changing stuff up. That's what Phaedra said. Phaedra said, I know him and we used to party together. Yeah, that's what she said. Girl, I'm going on because we're watching 2 different shows. That's it. We're watching 2 different. That's okay. So I don't know if Phaedra has something to do with it, but I'm also not going to take Phaedra out of the equation. Phaedra does some slimy, grimy, trifling shit, and we're not going to act like she don't. We have heard of the stunts in shows that Phaedra has pulled. We remember when she tried to make it hard for Candy down to the OLG because she knew somebody that knew somebody that knew somebody that could get in the way of them opening up that restaurant on time. I think Phaedra planned that phone call with her brother. I talk to my sister every day and don't know her number by heart. Even so, he didn't ask whose phone is this. Thank you, Resnick. So I'm not completely buying that Phaedra has something to do with it, but I'm also not completely swayed that she didn't have anything to do with it. Even when she called her brother, I was like, that don't mean nothing. You calling your brother and then your brother answering the phone, girl, And then he like, hello. Girl, like, okay, maybe your brother ain't got no bill collectors calling his phone. So, girl, he answered the phone. So that her calling her brother, trying to prove something, that means nothing because that's your brother. And I don't care what nobody say. If you like your brother or you like your sister, if Phaedra told, I could see Phaedra calling. I could see Phaedra telling her brother, hey, I'm going to call you at the reunion. So if I call you, if your phone ring, pick up, it might be me. I really could see Phaedra telling her brother that. And because that's her brother, you will, if you like your brother, and if it's not that big of a lie, you will lie for your sibling. I don't care what nobody say. It's one thing if it's a big lie, but if you call me like, hey, some shit going on the show, when I call you, just say you don't know the person. So her calling her brother didn't mean nothing to me. The part that I absolutely did not like was when Angela started to say, Phaedra, you told me his name and where he worked. And then Andy said, oh, okay, I want to move on. Girl, what? Baby, hold up. Hold on. This is what I be talking about. Angela has said that Phaedra told her his first and last name, and she knew where he worked at. Phaedra tried to make it seem as though, oh, what did she say? I forgot how she put it, but there was no need for you to tell him his name because he walked up to Angela that night at Kelly's event. So you have Phaedra who knew that Angela had foreclosures. How would you know that? How would you know that? Unless you've done some digging, or unless, like the Housewives say, people send in information about the Housewives and they keep it here for Mad Day. Either way, you already had information on Angela, but you'd like to say that you were only there for 10 days. So you knew she had foreclosures. And then when Angela says, you told me his first and last name and where he worked, Andy moves on. Baby, no. Run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back. That's an important piece of the conversation. How the hell you know that boy's first and last name and where he works? So when Angela does draw the timeline of this person, oh, this person, this person, oh, this person, even though it looked crazy, like, girl, you bringing receipts from a high school yearbook or whatever, it makes sense. Because how would you know this person's first and last name and where he worked? But again, the story is a mess. And y'all know for me to say it, you know, because I don't really see it for Phaedra, but I don't know if I completely buy 100% that she has something to do with it, but I'm not completely sold either that she didn't, because I don't put nothing past Phaedra. Be very clear. Okay? Oh, excuse me. Sorry, y'all. Kelly. Andy trying to protect Bravo's reason for bringing her back. Baby, come on, Resney. That's all it is. Like, if we gonna talk about it, talk about it. And if somebody says something that is important to the conversation, then we need to stay on it until we figure it out. What Angela said was important to the conversation. So for Andy to just move on, no, nigga, stop. So you knew his first and last name and where he worked? How would you know his first and last name and where he worked? At this point, if it's the people behind the scenes, hell, y'all been breaking the fourth wall this whole time. They're not gonna throw production under the bus though. Kelly brings up Angela saying, I guess Kelly said, I've been too quiet. Let me hop in here. So Kelly brings up Angela basically saying that she compared her marriage to Kelly. Kelly absolutely said what she said. Okay. They rolled that beautiful bean footage, and Kelly definitely was at the Juneteenth party, basically making it seem as though Angela was over there getting her ass whooped. That's how Kelly made it seem. Girl, I don't want you to be in my situation. Yeah, and I just see it. I just see it looking like, you know what I'm saying? Angela shows her birth certificate. This is the thing, right? Angela definitely does not look her age. I remember when the show first started, I automatically assumed that Angela was in her 50s. Okay? I automatically assumed, I think I even remember saying the oldest ones on the show are Kenya, Cynthia, and Angela. So when I found out that she was saying that she was born in like 81 or whatever, I was like, oh, girl, okay. However, with all that being said, Phaedra can't say nothing about the way that nobody looked, because I remember Phaedra with a pressing curl. I remember Phaedra when she was wearing sister curls falling down the side of her face when she first got on the show. I remember Phaedra looking 45 too, 48, 49. Phaedra has it bad, and I don't know how to say this without sounding mean. I don't think Phaedra is an unattractive woman. Yeah. I don't think Phaedra is an unattractive woman. Phaedra is a nice looking lady. She is. She's a nice looking lady. She got a nice body. I think she's an average looking black woman. I think I'm an average looking black man. But one thing Phaedra likes to do is talk about people who physically look better than her. Even when she tried to pull that stunt with Kenya in the oatmeal pie face, I don't give a fuck if Kenya had fish grease thrown on her motherfucking face. I don't give a damn if Kenya had grits thrown on her face. She'll still look better than Phaedra. So for Phaedra always talk about people who physically look better than her, I think it's absolutely insane. Again, I'm not saying I think Phaedra is unattractive. I think Phaedra is a pretty lady. She's a pretty lady with a banging body. She in her 50s, she doing it. But girl, you be want to talk about people like Kenya and shit. A bitch who won a beauty pageant. Phaedra would never win a national title when it comes to a beauty pageant. And that's no shade. That's not me trying to be mean or talk about the woman because I'm a man. That's just what it is. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on. Angela is going through was it perimenopausal? She's perimenopausal. I did I not say? Did I not say? Is Angela going through menopause? Yeah, I said, is Angela going through menopause? Because I know, girl, people bodies are different. Angela was too hot. Girl, Angela be hot all the time. Like, I just thought it was weird. Like, I get it because I'm hot too. Girl, I thought, girl, I literally, hello, girl, believe it or not, I've had this fan for a couple of years. So, like, I had this fan at BravoCon. Okay, just in case if I was at BravoCon, I was gonna cool myself out because I didn't know if it was gonna be packed or not. Baby, so I walk around sometimes with a fan. When I went to New York with my sister and my brother-in-law, I think it was the summer before last, I had this fan walking around with this because I get hot. I'm hot natured. So I get the fan situation because I've been carrying the fan with me for years now. But I was just like, girl, Angela, like, she ain't never cool. Like, damn. The ugly within can't let me see her looking good. Thank you, Resney. Anyways, so Angela basically says she let the rental properties go. Basically, she said she was spending $100,000 a month. I feel like Angela should have started out with like small, regular homes, like they do on Flip or Flop, like Flip or Flop. Where I don't know, well, like they used to do. Some of y'all might not probably didn't watch Flip or Flop. Girl, before they started working and moving into these $1 million homes and stuff, girl, they would just do regular homes around around Orange County. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the regular was for that area, I feel like Angela did bite off more than what she could chew. She should have started off one house, girl. Probably bought it for 75,000, and girl put some work into it and sold it for 350,000. But Angela started out, girl. I don't know what she started out with, but I know she ended up with a few houses, $1 million house. And then I'm just gonna be honest with you, that $1 million house that she was trying to get $3 million for didn't even look like it was worth $1 million. Girl, unless that house is in the best neighborhood in Atlanta, that might be the only way that house is gonna cost $3 million. If it looked like that and this is the best neighborhood, the most expensive neighborhood, it might be $3 million. Girl, I don't know, but it is what it is. Shout out to Angela for getting out. Hopefully, the fan she's coming out with a fan line. I think she said it's called Fangy. I think that is the cutest name. I do. I was like, that is so cute. So she's coming out with a fan line. It's called Fangy. I was like, okay, that's cute. Did Drew have Angela's back? No, she didn't, and that's just what it is. Angela had Drew's back, but Drew didn't have Angela's back. It was a one-sided alliance. Okay. Um, Girl, Shamia. Shamia is still pissed about the shit that happened with Phaedra and Porsha. Shamia has told us several times this season that she is a people pleaser and she just basically kind of just goes along to get along. I think that's like a recipe for a disaster, honestly. Um, Girl, you've been pissed this whole time. But instead of you just saying, girl, I'm still pissed and I don't want them to do, I don't want them to do with her. I might deal with you, Porsha, because we got some time into it and we can probably work through it, but I'm not gonna deal with her. Angela says that she's not over it because because Phaedra apologized. Before Phaedra apologized, they asked Shamia, was she still pissed? And I think Shamia said something like, we've moved on, I'm over it. And that was like, girl. And so Angela said, but you brought it up at Pamper by Porsha. And I put, did she bring it up by Pamper by Porsha? I'm asking y'all. I don't remember Shamia bringing up the situation with Phaedra and Porsha at the Pamper by Porsha event. I don't remember her bringing it up. So when Angela said that and then Cynthia shook her head, I thought that Kelly brought it up. Again, I could be mistaken, but I thought that Kelly went in the room and told Shamia what had happened. And then I think at that point, Shamia got pissed off. And then when they were outside doing the Zen, is that not? Girl, not girl. Girl, so y'all don't remember Kelly going in that room telling Shamia? Girl, am I making this up? So y'all don't remember Kelly going into that room telling Shamia, and then Shamia got pissed off pretty much, and then they went out and it was supposed to be laying down, and Shamia was still sitting up. And that was literally after. Like, am I making this up? That's what I be saying. Like, I feel like we're watching two different shows. And I'm like, maybe my memory is not the best. No, I don't. I barely watch the Peacock version. Okay, I thought I was tripping. So for Angela to put it as though Shamia brought it up, no, Shamia didn't bring it up. If we're gonna be technical about the whole situation, Porsha and Shamia could still be living in La La Land and living on their own island about their friendship. You know what I think is happening with people too? I think that people are not telling the truth about what's been going on with Shamia and Porsha. I think there are a large group of people out there who are trying to rewrite history, like Porsha is trying to do. I do. Uh-uh. Yes. No, it's not. It's not though, because the fact of the matter is, if we're gonna be for real about it, Angela started all this shit this season. And no matter how y'all want to slice it and dice it, Shamia, I want to ask y'all, when y'all say that Shamia has dogged out Porsha and trashed Porsha, y'all tell me what Shamia has said to the point where she has dogged out Porsha. Because I haven't even heard Angela or Drew or anybody say that what Shamia has said, she's dogged out Porsha. Angela started all this shit. Angela started this shit because she was pissed off because Porsha said she was gonna fuck Charles, and Shamia started laughing. Because Angela said 3 months ago. So I don't think it's fair that people all of a sudden are acting like, oh, Shamia is out here just talking about their friendship. Actually, Angela tried to get into the middle of their friendship again at the recording studio when she went to see Drew and I mean when she went to see Shamia, and Shamia shut it down. All I'm saying is this: I don't give a fuck if you like Porsha or Shamia. They both can go. But if we're gonna tell the truth about a situation, then tell the truth. And stop saying that Shamia is the one who brought this stuff up on the show, because she did not. And stop saying that Shamia has been dogging out Porsha, because she has not. She said that she was disappointed in Porsha not coming to her wedding. And somehow, some way, people have flipped that into Shamia is just dogging out Porsha. Is that really dogging out Porsha? Is that really? And so now what happens is Angela says, you brought it up at the Pamper by Porsha event. But we literally saw Kelly walk into a room and tell Shamia what was going on. And then people say, oh no, Shamia did bring it up. Baby, what? Baby, baby. And then when I asked, do you think Shimmy Shimmy Cocoa Puff talks about it drunk off camera? I don't know. All I know is that when Angela came back and told Porsha what Shamia has said, she said that Shamia said that she was disappointed that Porsha didn't go to her wedding, and that she was afraid, she was scared of Porsha to bring up certain stuff. I remember Angela saying something like that along the lines. But I think that people tell a lie when they get on social media and say that Shamia has been dogging out Porsha. That's not no dogging out Porsha. That's not no dogging out no Porsha. I literally said, I said in my review, Shamia was wrong for talking to Angela and Drew about Porsha. And if you watch my review, you know I said this. I said that Shamia was wrong for talking about Porsha to Angela. Because no matter what she said, technically she still talked about Porsha to Drew and Angela. I said she could have easily said to Angela and Drew, me and Porsha have worked through our issues. I also said she could have said, bitch, it ain't none of y'all business. I also said she could have said, hoes, I don't even know y'all. I literally said all of this. But I also said too, but what we not gonna act like is that Shamia was just over there dogging Porsha out. We can say she was talking about Porsha. We can say she could have handled the situation differently. We could say that she could have told them, hey, none of y'all fucking business. I don't know y'all like that. She could have said all of that. But to put some sauce on it, shout out to Ashley Darby, and say she was dogging out Porsha, girl. Girl. Y'all are moving the goalpost. That's what I be saying. Thank you for saying it. Thank you for saying it. Y'all moving the goalpost. Girl. Thank you. I'm glad you said it. Y'all are moving the goalpost. Okay. Girl, y'all sounded very Shamia is dangerous. Girl, y'all sounded real. When I tell you, girl, I hate to say it, y'all starting to sound very Karen. Shamia is dangerous. Dangerous. Shamia is dangerous. Shamia ain't never got Shamia ain't never got on TV and accused nobody of rape. Girl, Shamia ain't never got on TV and accused nobody's husband of coercing them to go into a room and said they glam squabble. Like when y'all say the words dangerous, it's giving very much like white woman putting 100 on 10. Dangerous is not on somebody saying that girl, they was gonna take you to a sex dungeon and rape you. Dangerous is what Giselle did when she lied on Chris. That's dangerous. Girl. You can say Shamia is a motherfucking liar because she is, girl. You can say she a lapdog because she is, okay? You can say she ain't got no fucking backbone because she don't. There are a lot of things that we have called Shamia and we're gonna call Shamia tonight. But to sit here and start calling people dangerous, girl. This is my thing, right? Because if y'all watch my reviews, I feel like I be the most consistent. Be very clear. At the beginning of the season, I was the one who came down here and said, I don't know why the fuck y'all going up for Shamia so much. Let me refresh some of the folks' memory. Because I know somebody's gonna be like, girl, he just defended Shamia. No. We stand on what's right and wrong. I remember at the beginning of the season, I said, girl, why the fuck y'all going up for Shamia so much? She cool. But girl, y'all done made her the face of the goddamn franchise. I was like, oh girl. That's what it is. Girl, y'all found out Shamia got a little access to the money, and now y'all like Shamia. But why y'all acting like y'all don't know who Shamia is, though? Why y'all acting like y'all don't have glimpses of Shamia's personality? I'm the one who said that Shamia and Porsha would have got pistol whipped by one of my friends if they pulled that stunt that they pulled with Drew. And I'm also the one who said that Shamia should have got pulled by her 27 piece for setting that shit up. Hello? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey! All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and move on. So I love the moment between Charles and Angela. I just feel like I like this moment between Charles and Angela. They were dancing. He gave her a hug. He said she looked good. Like, I don't expect Charles to fake it, but Charles, no matter what Angela says, it reminded me of Kenya. Remember when Kenya used to come on our TV screens? How the cousins without Patreon sit versus a cousin with come on, baby. How the cousins without Patreon sit versus how the cousins with the subscription are sitting. Congrats. Thank you, Nitwit. Thank you so much. For those who don't know, I do have a Patreon. If you would like to subscribe, it's right in the voice. One. Do you think Angela would have been good for Basketball Wives? No. I think she's a good housewife. No. I think that Britt would have been good for Basketball Wives. I think Angela is a good housewife. But yeah, I just remember Kenya making it seem as though Mark was like this lovey-dovey person. Can I say something in my Rodney voice? Baby, you pushing these videos out. I can't keep up. Thank you for keeping up with the mess. Baby, I'm trying. Thank you, Tasia Monique. Girl, I'm trying, girl. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Oh yeah, Kenya. Kenya used to kind of pull the same, like, oh, Mark is lovey-dovey. But every time we saw Mark, Mark was just a complete asshole. And I feel like that's what Angela does too, when she's like, oh, I think she said in I think with Carlos or something, Carlos King. I think she said something along the lines of like, I can't remember exactly her exact wording, but she kind of put it on editing in a way, but it's like, all I know is, girl, every time I saw Charles interact with Angela, he always looked like, girl, get out my face. That's what it always looked like to me. So you can sit here and tell us something else. And I know y'all got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of footage, and they can do it how they want to do it. But girl, that's how it looked to me. So I was just happy to see Charles and Angela just having a good time. Like, that's what I want to see. I don't mind. I know couples go through it and everybody get on everybody's nerves. You get on your wife's nerves, you get on your husband's nerves, you get on your side chick nerves. Everybody get on each other's nerves. But it almost felt like every time it looked like Charles was getting on Angela's nerves. Anyways, so girl, they read the statements. the statements. the statements from Kenya and Bang Bang. So I think that was the first day, because I think that was the day that Bang Bang had released the statement. So I think that was I think that for the cast, I think that was their first time hearing the statement from Bang Bang about it, basically her saying that it wasn't her in the pictures. I mean, girl, it is what it is. Girl. They read Kenya's statement that she put on Twitter. And then they read Bang Bang's statement. Cynthia talks about basically her relationship with Kenya. This is the thing. To me, Cynthia, I was 100% in agreement with Cynthia and her reaction to Kenya. If that's not how she if that's how she felt, then that's how she felt. I don't think anybody should try and make Cynthia feel bad for not going along with Kenya and the stunt that she pulled. If that's how Cynthia felt, that's how Cynthia felt. And I made a video about that. Where Cynthia started to lose me was when it did appear as if she was cozying up to Brit in a way. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not gonna quit my job because you fucked around and lost your job, Kenya. So I know that Cynthia still has to shoot the show. She still has to film with Bang Bang. She still has to, probably even go to her house. So I completely understand all of that. But at some point, I just would expect Cynthia to have done to have done more. But it is what it is. Okay. So this is what I be saying, girl. It doesn't even matter, girl. But Porsha starts to talk. And she says she saw Kenya's fear when she mentioned the gun. I thought Porsha said she didn't even hear. Girl, that's what I be saying. I can't, girl. Maybe it's me, girl. Y'all know, why we watching two different shows, and sometimes I do forget stuff. I thought Porsha said that she didn't like the. I thought I remember, girl. I mean, girl, if you want to take up for Kenya, then take up for Kenya. But did you really see the fear in Kenya's face? Because when Kenya brought it up, I remember Porsha being shocked. Like, girl, she said she had a gun. And I remember Porsha saying she said she had a gun. Or something like she had. Do y'all remember that? Like, I think I remember when. I know what Kelly said. Kelly didn't hear it the first. Y'all, that's another thing. Y'all keep saying Kelly didn't hear it the first time. Kelly heard it, but I thought girl, believe it or not, I thought the same thing that Kelly thought too. I really did, and I told y'all this. But anyways, like I said, I'm not mad at Porsha if she want to sit here and say she saw the fear on Kenya's face, and she tried. I mean, it sounds like in this moment right here that she was trying to take up for Kenya. But like I said, girl, I don't like for people to play in my face. So even though it sounds like she's trying to take up for Kenya, all I'm saying is I thought I remember Porsha not hearing what Bang Bang said. So for her to now say, I saw the fear on Kenya's face when she mentioned the gun, but when Kenya mentioned to you in the call, it sounded like you didn't even know like you had heard it. I was like, girl, what is it? Yes, because Kenya got in the back seat. Kenya got in the back seat, and I could have swore I heard Porsha's voice saying, like she had a gun, like she was surprised. Oh, she said she had a gun. Not she had a gun. Not she had a gun. No. I'm sorry. Not that she had a gun. Okay, that's what I'm gonna act like. You know what? She heard it. If it's gonna help Kenya out, you know what? We don't even care. Girl, if it's gonna help Kenya out, then we gonna say that Porsha heard it. We gonna say Porsha heard it. Porsha said she saw the fear on Kenya's face. Porsha know they need Kenya back on the show. So Porsha saying whatever she needs to do in order to get Kenya back on the show. I saw the fear in Kenya's face. Girl, did you really, girl? Because, bitch, I remember your ass acting like you ain't even heard the bitch when she mentioned pistols and whips. Now all of a sudden, girl, fast forward. Now you saw the fear on Kenya's face when she mentioned the gun. Did you really see the fear on Kenya's face when she mentioned the gun? Because, bitch, you said you act like you didn't even hear the shit. Girl, but we're going to leave it alone, though. Girl, we're going to leave it alone. We're going to leave it alone. And then she said, okay. And then she said, that's what I've been saying, girl, it be too much of this going on. So anyways, so then she said, when I saw Kenya, Kenya did look scared. No, Kenya looked scared. No, that's not what I'm debating. Kenya looked scared, and she probably was scared. But what I'm saying is, Porsha said she saw the fear on Kenya's face when Bang Bang mentioned the gun. That's what Porsha said at the reunion. I'm saying, even though I know that Kenya looked scared, and I do believe that Kenya was scared, there's no way you could have saw the fear on Kenya's face when Bang Bang mentioned the gun, because when y'all got in the car, you act like you hadn't even heard Bang Bang even mention the gun. That's what I'm saying. But if she gonna say it to defend Kenya, then we just gonna roll with it, okay? Shout out to Team Twirl. Shout out to Team Twirl. That's what we gonna just take it. We gonna take it. Then she says that she basically telling the story. Now we have a loose cannon. The loose cannon is Kenya Moore. I said not the most violent girl. I said not the most violent and dangerous person on the show calling somebody a loose cannon, but we're gonna leave it alone. She says, I knew she had gotten information about Britt's past, pictures, and videos. And this is what Porsha said. That's why I said I don't know what y'all be watching, but I'll be watching something completely different. And then Porsha said, my thing was to help shape how she was gonna put this out there. Porsha said, my thing was to help shape how she was going to put this out there. What? They're full of it because what was right at the moment was backing Kenya up at the time of the threat. They should have iced Britannica out based off of that night. Their inaction lends to the alliance. I'm with you. Porsha slow. I swear when I was her, when it was her turn to lead the Pledge of Allegiance in third school, she stood up and said, if you the baddest, booty the baddest, let me hear y'all. Oh, yes! Release her. Thank you, Southern Purchase. That's what Porsha said. Porsha said, and I don't want to say, and I quote, because I was trying to write fast. Porsha said, my thing was to help shape how she was going to put this out there. And Andy didn't say shit. I said, girl, what the fuck? Porsha said she was on the phone with Kenya the night before. I guess basically trying to talk her out of it. And as she said, trying to help shape how she was going to put this out there. And Porsha has the motherfucking nerve to get her ass down to the internet and say that the pictures of Bang Bang, she was underaged. Do you know how slow? I was going to talk about this on Patreon, but I'm going to say it right now. Girl, do you know how slow you have to be to get down to the reunion and say, my thing was to help shape how she was going to put this out there? But you said a few months ago, down to the Instagram, I believe, that Bang Bang was underage. So you were going to help Kenya put out child pornography. This y'all girl, though. Baby, am I not making sense? Girl, I feel like I be watching a different show from other people. Girl, am I not making sense? Porsha came down to the internet and said that Kenya posted pictures of Bang Bang underage. But she's also saying that she was on the phone with Kenya the night prior trying to help her shape how she was going to put it out there. Girl, what? What? Girl, what? And then y'all act like I be watching a different show. She also said she knew who gave it to Kenya as well. Thank you, Southern Purchase. But this is who y'all say was running the reunion. This is who y'all said was running the reunion. The person who just said that she was on the phone with Kenya Moore trying to help her figure out how she was going to shape her showing people in the room child pornography. But that's who y'all say was running the reunion. In my candy voice, the lies, the lies, the lies. It was a lot of lies flying in all the yellow and gold. Baby, it really was. It really was. It really was. Baby, I'm gonna need y'all to go back and watch the episode. And then Andy said there was an investigation for Britt for the gun and also an investigation for what Kenya did. I'm not gonna get worked up because hey, Rodney, Porsha is gonna catch up. Porsha lies are gonna catch up with her, but Simon is her real karma. He gonna wear her veneers and 32-inch bust down out. Thank you, Scarlett J. That's what I'm saying. It's like I don't. What's up, Diva? I don't know. Like Porsha is weird. Porsha be saying stuff that don't make sense. Like you've just incriminated yourself because you were saying that Britt was underage, but you're also saying that you were on the phone with Kenya trying to help her shape how she was going to put this out there. That's what Porsha said. Girl, I'm about to go. Girl, I'm done. Girl, I'm done. Girl, the live is over. Girl, this is bullshit. So my whole thing for Andy is Andrea, if there was really an investigation that happened, one, let's just call a thing a thing. There will be no way for you to really honestly know if Bang Bang had pistols and whips on her. Because whatever complaint that Kenya made, it was probably made after that night. So even if Bang Bang really did have a pistol or whip on her, how would you know? Unless they're walking through metal detectors, unless they're getting searched, you wouldn't know what Bang Bang had on in her Chanel or in her car. Unless y'all can say, we checked her purse, her car, and everything that night, and we didn't see pistols or whips on her. Just like if y'all really did an investigation into what Kenya did, then based off what Bang Bang is saying, then y'all would have saw that that wasn't Bang Bang in those pictures. If y'all really did an investigation. Again, I don't know. And then Shamia tries to get a leak in at Drew and asks Porsha, well, Porsha, Who were they when you said that a housewife sent you sent the information? Who were you talking? Sent the picture? I forgot how she worded it. And then Porsha said Drew sent her the information. And then Andy said, "Did you send her the pics?" Let me tell y'all something. I know Drew was y'all girl, but baby, Drew didn't do nothing but prove to me that she was probably in on the shit too. Drew's response to that was, "I never heard I was the one, so I don't like my name getting thrown in things." And then Porsha said, "Well, she said it to me." And then Drew said, "Well, she said it to me and that she got it from a private investigator." Drew. Porsha is saying that information, whatever falls under information, came from you. Peach Juice don't even believe what be coming out of her mouth. None of that made sense. The pictures were of underage Brit and they weren't even her child. Lies and deception all around. Thank you. All I'm saying is Drew didn't deny it. She didn't deny it. Drew said, "I never heard I was the one," which is a lie. You know how I know it was a lie? You did hear you were the one because when Kenya came down to YouTube and did her first video, unless this was after the reunion was shot, and I doubt that it was, correct me if I'm wrong, but you did hear your name being thrown in the shit because when Kenya came down to YouTube, Kenya mentioned Drew's name and said that Drew didn't send her no pictures. So for Drew to say, "I never heard I was the one," you did, because that's the reason why Kenya brought you up into the conversation, because people were saying that it was Drew. Am I making this up? Am I making this up? Girl, am I making this up? And then Drew also said that she recognized one of the dicks in the picture. I'm not saying that Drew has something to do with it, but what I am saying is that Drew didn't give no definite no. A house of liars. All these motherfuckers was lying on stage. That's what I put on Twitter. Shamia was lying. Porsha was lying. Drew was lying. Angela was lying. I think the only person that probably didn't tell a lie that night was probably Cynthia. Girl. Everybody on that stage is lying. Call Angela Lansbury. Right. And some of the motherfuckers from Scooby-Doo. Girl. All I'm saying is if you listen to the conversation, Drew did not deny that she had given any information, pictures, or pics to Kenya. Drew said, "I never heard I was the one." That's a lie again, because Kenya came down to YouTube, her very first video, and she mentioned Drew not giving her any pictures. Porsha, on the other hand, is saying that there was some information that was given. Now, what falls under information? I don't know. But Drew ain't denied nothing. I'm going to tell y'all what I think. This is what I think. I think that right now we're playing the word game. I do believe Drew has something to do with it. I think that Kenya was aware to say that Drew didn't give her any pictures. I might be misquoting Kenya. For me to say this, I think that when Kenya came down to YouTube, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, she said Drew, and I'm paraphrasing, Drew didn't give me pictures. But did she give you some information? You see what I'm saying? Did she tell you something? Because Drew also said she recognized one of the dicks in the picture. Girl, I know y'all gonna be. Girl, I know y'all gonna be shocked at what I'm about to say. I don't think Porsha is necessarily lying. Sorry, Team Twirl. Girl, I'm just telling y'all. I'm just going by based off what I see and what I have heard. I think that Porsha is not necessarily lying about Drew giving some type of information to Kenya. Now, was it the pics, videos, how to get the private investigator? Girl, this is who you need to call. I don't know, but I do think Drew had something to do with something. Peach Juice, we the cousins of Rodney the Voice, aka your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber. We want to know why your marriage was shorter than a semester at the local college. I know that's right. Thank you, Southern Purchase. I don't know. I just feel like it's something. All I know is Drew didn't deny it, and that was enough for me. Drew didn't deny it, and that was enough for me. She didn't deny it. She did not deny it. Y'all better go back and watch the episode. She did not deny it. That's all I'm saying. So, anyways, let's move on. We don't even care. At this point, it's Scooby Dooby Doo mystery versus, me, Angela Lansbury. And at this point, everybody on that motherfucking stage is lying. That's one. Everybody on that stage is lying. They're not telling the full truth. Porsha, I hate to say it, she probably the slowest one out of all. Girl, you just said that you was on the phone with Kenya trying to figure out how she was gonna shape it when she put it out. But you also got your ass down to social media saying that Brit, girl, Bang Bang was underage. When I tell you, you got to be a special type of slow to sit here and say, girl, on cable television, that girl, you were a part of child pornography. Baby, I can't make this shit up. Y'all can't make this shit up. Girl, you got to be a special type of slow bus. Anyways, so they talk about Shamia and her daughter. Me personally, I don't think that Bang Bang was talking about Shamia's daughter. However, I also recognize that due to Shamia's daughter having a plethora of health complications, that it's just a sensitive situation. I definitely don't believe that Shamia was making up lies about her daughter's health. I don't believe that. Yeah, I don't believe that. I don't. No. No. I'm gonna leave it at that because I don't want to say the wrong thing. Shamia, this is what I don't like about Shamia. Shamia is weak and she don't have a backbone. And I don't like the fact that Shamia don't stand in her shit. Shamia, girl, you're trying to act like, and I really don't want to too much talk about Bang Bang and what Bang Bang said, because at this point it don't even matter. She not there, and it don't even matter. But Shamia, you did make that comment towards Brit. Girl, we just gonna be honest now. I don't care if you like Brit or not. Shamia made that comment about the Rolls Royce and Birkins and whatever else she said. I can't remember, girl. Whatever else she said, she made that comment about Bang Bang because she literally said it in the van with Porsha and whoever else is in the van. So then for her to turn around and repeat it after they had just finished having a conversation, that's unfair. And she's still waiting on the train in Harriet Tubman. So we know she's not that smart. Baby, Shamia, just be like, yeah, I said it. Shamia is still like standing on business. It's not even standing on business, girl. It's just standing on a plate full of lies. Girl, It's not even that big of a deal. Be like, yeah, I said that the bitch walking around here with Birkins and Rolls Royces want to give girl a few rolls of toilet tissue. That's all she had to say. That's it. But the fact of the matter is, if Bang Bang girl, first of all, we're not gonna act like, girl, I don't know what Shamia donated, but girl, stop acting like y'all was out here just donating, girl, tons and tons of shit. Because like I said, girl, when you go back and watch that clip, girl, I saw some water, a couple of bags, a couple of Target bags, a couple of boxes of Pampers. I think Shamia had the most shit. So even though Bang Bang did only give $250 and girl, a couple of rolls of one-ply toilet tissue, we're not gonna sit here and act like the other girls was donating, girl, $15,000 and $20,000. Girl, Porsha gave $1,000. Okay. Girl, Shamia gave a couple of bottles of water and some canned goods. But at this point, they wanted Bang Bang gone. I really think that's what it was. At this point, they didn't care. They want a Bang Bang gone. She a mess. We want her up out of here. Anyways, so they start arguing about a fake bag. Girl, I'm not gonna. Today, Drew did post a receipt of the bag that she purchased. I'm not gonna lie. I thought the bag was fake too, but Shamil has the same bag and it's fake. Girl, did Drew still got the bag though? Hold on, girl, she probably. Girl, I'm just gonna be honest. Can we be honest? I think Drew bought that bag and returned it. Okay, I do. I think she bought the bag and returned it. But nonetheless, girl, they arguing about a bag. Girl, Shamia literally opened up a bag, and I'm not saying it wasn't real. I'm just saying I think she bought it and returned it. And the designer did not verify that it was real. The designer just said that's the Julia LaBar bag. She didn't say that's an authentic Julia bag. Y'all, girl, I mean, if we're gonna talk about it, we're gonna talk about it. Do I think the bag was real? Yes, I think the bag was real. But the designer did not say that bag was real. The designer just go back and read what the designer put. The designer said that is a Julia LaBar blah 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 bag. That's what they said. They didn't say you can't. Girl, they didn't verify that bag was real. I'm just saying. Do I think the bag was real? Yes, I do. But all I'm saying is the designer didn't verify the bag was real. The designer just said that was a Julia LaBar bag. Whatever. I think, girl, let me say something. Based on what we've seen from Drew, can I just be honest, y'all? Can I just be honest, y'all? Based off what I've seen from Drew and what Drew gives on this show, y'all want me to believe that Drew really bought a $6,000 bag? The same person who came in, girl, at a Christmas party, giving her wig. Like I said, girl, do I believe the bag is real? Yes. Do I believe she probably returned it? Yes. Drew ain't gave me nothing on this show that tells me that she would spend $6,000 on that type of bag. Maybe a Chanel, maybe a YSL. Drew give y'all $6,000. Let me go spend $6,000 on a wine glass bag. That's what Drew been giving y'all. That's what Drew been giving y'all. Anyways, I didn't mind the argument, honestly. I didn't mind the argument. Girl, what I'm saying is the reality is if she got the bag from Berghoff Goodman, there's really no way for Julia to really confirm that the bag was authentic. I'm not saying that it wasn't authentic. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that there is no way for Julia to look, the people at Julia, she didn't even get the bag directly from them. She got it from Berghoff Goodman. So how would they be able to look at a picture and say that's authentic? Girl, unless y'all can look into the system and say, oh, girl, we know that's authentic because, girl, Drew Sidora used the card ended in 8003 on this day, this day, this day, this day. They can't verify that because the bag didn't directly come from them. It came from Berghoff Goodman. So you can't look at the picture and just say, girl, you know it's real because the bag didn't come from you. It didn't. No, they can't. No, they can't. No, they can't. No, they can't. When you take stuff to people to see if it's authentic, you have to take that bag into those people, and an expert is gonna look at that bag. They're gonna open the bag up. They're gonna look around. They're gonna do this. They're gonna do this. That's what they're gonna do. You are not about to get whether a bag is real or not by looking at a goddamn picture. You are gonna have to literally go into an expert, and they're gonna have to open up the bag, look at the bag, look at this, look at the stitching, all of that. Baby, you not listening to what I'm saying, Next Day Air. You not listening to what I'm saying. I literally said I believe that the bag is real. I'm just saying that they would not be able to verify through a picture that the bag was real. That's what I'm saying. You would have to literally go in and look. Somebody would have to look at the stitching in the bag. Look at this. Look at that. Girl, you're not going to verify that through no goddamn picture. Girl, you not. Girl, y'all, when I tell you, baby, y'all are so much of Drew's cooch. Girl, when I tell you, baby, the tides will turn, baby. Y'all just hated Drew, girl, the first 3 seasons. Now, all of a sudden, girl, thank you. Girl, that's literally like you. That's like you sending a picture to a sales associate at Nordstrom and saying, is this bag real? They're going to say, you need to bring the bag in. They're not going to look at no picture and say, oh, yeah, that bag is real. They're going to say, bring the bag. As a matter of fact, they're going to say, bring the handbag in because they don't even call them purses. They call them handbags. Bring the handbag in so we can verify if it's authentic or not. And they're going to have someone look at the bag. And they're going to say, girl, this shit is fake. Or they're going to say, oh, girl, this is actually real. Anyways, so, but like I said, I didn't really necessarily mind the arguments because it was stupid. It was stupid and it was dumb. And Shamia looked dumb at the end of the day because it's like, girl, you're girl, Shamia just looked dumb to me because it's like, girl, I don't. She just looked dumb to me. I hate the word dumb. That's not the word I like to use over here. But I just thought Shamia just. I was like, oh, Shamia. I was like, oh, girl. But I didn't care. I really didn't care about them arguing about a bag. I really didn't. I was just like, girl, it is what it is. So then Porsha and Shamia. What time is it? Okay, girl, we're doing good on time. So Porsha and Shamia. Long story short, Porsha says that this was a smear campaign and that Shamia had a plan to sabotage her and use the fans. I don't agree with that at all. I think that Shamia, I think that Porsha is trying to paint the picture of the fans turning on her by putting it on Shamia. Shamia doesn't need to sabotage Porsha or as she said, it was a scheme and a plan. Porsha, the fans turned on you, if we're going to be honest, by episode 2. Shamia doesn't need to scheme and plan because the fact of the matter is Shamia was positioned as the girl who's the glue. So even if they didn't know that Shamia was going to be positioned as this person, when we started watching the show, and I'm sure when Porsha started watching the show, there would be no reason for Shamia to then try to sabotage you. Because the truth of the matter is, Shamia was already positioned as the head bitch in charge at the beginning of the season. Can we just be honest and talk about what we saw? Shamia was the one standing in the center. Porsha was sitting down. When the episode came on, Shamia was deemed the glue. And Shamia gave a timeline of how I know all these bitches and how they connected to me. When episode 1 kicked off, Shamia was the one who really kicked off episode 1 with her family. There would be no need for Shamia to try to sabotage you because at this point, bitch, I'm the head bitch in charge. They have already positioned me as the girl who run the whole motherfucking group. They had me sitting in the confessional saying that I am the glue, okay? And I'm the one who pretty much brought this group together. I am the one standing in the middle of the picture, girl, with my peach out. Porsha is trying to change the narrative that Shamia had to do something in order to sabotage her. No. People were already dragging Porsha because of how Porsha showed up to Shamia's party late. We're not going to change what we saw. People were dragging Porsha because Porsha was at the party, the dinner, while Shamia was playing her song, and Porsha was talking over Shamia's song. That's why people were dragging Porsha. But Porsha's trying to make it seem as though Shamia came in to sabotage her. If Shamia really wanted to sabotage Porsha, she would have nipped it in the bud when all this shit happened, when she sat down with Phaedra and Sheree. Why the fuck would Shamia need to wait from season 9 up until season 16 to try to sabotage you? That would have been her time to strike. Not no fucking seven years later. The confessionals are filmed later. They are. But it does not change the fact that the producers put Shamia in a position to be the glue. They had Shamia sit in that confessional and give a rundown of how they are connected to her, not how I'm connected to baby. These hoes connected to me. They literally had Shamia sit in the confessional and do that. And then they had Shamia sitting in the middle of the goddamn picture as the middle girl. Oh, am I making this up? Girl. So there would be no reason for Shamia to sabotage Porsha. No, Porsha girl, you flopped because you came in not telling your truth, making up some bullshit storyline with Drew. And that's why the fans turned on you. It didn't have nothing to do with Shamia. Am I making it? Are we not watching the same show? People were dragging Porsha because she was playing this game with Drew. I feel like this is what I be talking. I feel like I be watching different shows. Are we not watching the same show? The fans were already turning on Porsha. Shamia didn't have nothing to do with that. Baby, am I making this up? Am I making this up? No, Shamia, no, Porsha. You're trying to change the course of the conversation and act because what it is, let's just call a thing a thing. I saw damn near every YouTuber. We just gonna put it out there tonight. I done damn near saw every YouTuber. I done damn near saw half of y'all who I follow on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, BGC Live, Jacked, Twitter say that Porsha was jealous of Shamia. That's all I heard. Girl. That's all I heard. and that she was jealous of Shamia's lifestyle, and that she was jealous that Shamia had the rich husband, and that she was jealous of Shamia because she had the big house, and that she was jealous of Shamia because she had the car. That's all I heard. So now for people to get their black asses, white asses, Hispanic asses online and act like y'all was just not down here, girl, Team Shamia, saying Porsha was jealous of Shamia and jealous of her lifestyle and jealous that she got a rich African, and saying that Shamia shouldn't have been that Shamia should be the face of the show. Girl, there would be no reason for Shamia to sabotage Porsha. Because as we watching the show together, oh girl, they put me in the middle of the picture. Oh girl, they got me opening up the episode. Oh girl, they actually used the clip of me saying I was the glue. Thank you. I saw them dragging Porsha because she was late to the party and because she was a bad friend towards Shamia. So I think that for people to start all of a sudden, baby, all I'm saying is if we're going to call it out, we're going to call it out and tell the truth. I don't give a fuck if you like Shamia or Porsha. My bitch is Kenya Moore. Be very clear. We can call Shamia out on being weak. We can call Shamia out on not having a spine. We can call Shamia a lap dog. I put Shamia sitting in Portia's lap damn near half of my goddamn thumbnails. Go look at my thumbnails and tell me how many times did you see the picture of Shamia sitting in Portia's lap? We can say all of those things, and I have. But what we're not going to do is go back and try to rewrite what the fuck we saw on our TV screens. And what we're not going to do is act like, even if Shamia was talking about what happened in the season, what we're not going to do is act like Porsha didn't do some shady shit even this season. Because we were all down here talking about how Porsha was moving with Shamia in her friendship. And how Porsha was hating on Shamia when she came to that girl's party 2 or 3 hours late. And how Porsha was hating on Shamia when Shamia was playing her song at the dinner table. And she was like, oh, that's Drew. Well, girl, where you going to come in at? But now all of a sudden, if Shamia talks about even what happened in this season, y'all say that Shamia is wrong. And all Shamia do is talk about Porsha. Well, if Porsha wasn't doing fuck shit this whole goddamn season, it wouldn't have given Shamia anything to talk about. But the reason why Shamia can talk about what Porsha did this season is because, as we all saw, Porsha was doing fuck shit. I think it is a complete mindfuck to tell Shamia that she is wrong for talking about the shit that Porsha did when Porsha did the shit. Oh, you talking about it in interviews? Well, girl, if you weren't still showing up as a bad friend, then I won't have shit to talk about. And now everybody, yes, I'm saying everybody, is down to the motherfucking Twitter and Instagram trying to change what the fuck y'all saw. Because now y'all don't like Shamia because she came after Drew. Girl. Now it's, oh girl, you trying to get the fans to go against me because of your wedding. Why are people acting as if we didn't see? Now it's, oh, we had a beef. But before, you had a medical condition why you couldn't fly. Oh, sorry. Hold up, y'all. The producer sabotaged Porsha when she announced her divorce 2 weeks after, saying she was coming back. I believe so too, Resney. Thank you. Thank you, Harmony Bryant. She doesn't speak up for herself, so at best it comes off spineless and at worst calculated. Shamia seems like harboring stuff which gives Porsha room to stand on. Thank you, Harmony. Hold up. Okay. Okay. Oh, shit. Porsha is for me, myself, and I. She sure is. Porsha said she done had Shamia is a lap dog. Like I said this earlier. Girl, I know Shamia is Portia's lap dog because I mentioned it damn half of the season. Shamia is Portia's lap dog and Porsha is Phaedra's lap dog. That's how that works. Okay. Porsha said due to her diagnosis, that planes have turned around. Both of them moving funny if we're being honest. Thank you, Harmony Bryant. Porsha said due to her diagnosis that they've had planes turn around. And then they talked about the alliance. Shamia lied. Shamia, that's what I be saying, bitch. You be lying, girl. Shamia, earlier you said that Porsha was a part of the alliance, and now you're saying you tried to get her to be a part of the alliance. This is how I feel about the alliance that Porsha that they were talking about. Shamia, Kelly, and Britt were in an alliance. Let me tell y'all how alliances work, okay? I'm gonna tell y'all based off of what I've seen on Big Brother. You can form an alliance. That doesn't mean that people in the alliance don't form alliances. Let me say it again. You can have an alliance, but that doesn't mean that people within the alliance don't form other alliances. Shamia, Britt, and Kelly had an alliance. More than likely not for them to come after each other. Shamia didn't know that Britt and Kelly had an alliance. And that alliance was for Britt to go after Kenya and Kelly to go after Porsha. This is what I feel like happened. They had the alliance. Britt goes after Kenya. Kelly goes after Porsha. When Kelly came in hot, going after Porsha, Shamia said, whoa, 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 whoa. She went and told Porsha. She came back, and all of a sudden, I don't know if y'all remember, we watched different shows. Kelly and Porsha went out to lunch, and we didn't hear nothing about Simon no more. Is that not what happened? Is that not what happened? I mean, let me know because we watched different shows. Kelly came in after Porsha. Her and Porsha went to lunch. They were best friends, and she didn't mention Simon no more. Shamia should have asked Porsha to spell egregious. So yes, do I believe that Porsha was a part of the alliance? Not necessarily, no. Do I think that she had an understanding? I do. I do. Was Shamia lying when she was trying to automatically put Porsha into the alliance? She was. She was. But did Porsha know what was going on? She absolutely did. Did Porsha know that, bitch, you need to tell her, hold on, come for me? Yes. That's what I think happened. Again, I don't know, but that's what I think happened. And after that, Kelly took her little dig at Porsha when she said something like, girl, don't sit nobody's husband. Remember she had the waffle breakfast, whatever she had, girl, and she threw a little dig at Porsha. You can tell Andy was annoyed with the alliance stuff, which is why I think Porsha brought it up on purpose because they can't talk about it. If they had more to talk about, this. Oh yeah, all right. If they had more to talk about, out this, wait, they would have cut that part out. Right. They really and truly on some real shit. It's girl, y'all know I can come down here and talk about anything. So me running my mouth don't really count. Me running my mouth don't really count. I mean, it count, but it don't because I be there fussing with y'all. But for the most part, girl, it really wasn't a lot going on in that reunion. I'm a long-winded hoe, so I could talk about shit for like 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. Y'all already know how I roll. But I really do think that we're running out of stuff because girl, some real shit. This reunion, girl. Baby, they stressing this motherfucker out. They stretching the reunion out. That's all I can say. No, Shamia is the reason their relationship. That's not true. You know what? We have a different definition of slamming Porsha. You said that she was slamming Porsha. I don't. You gonna have to give me some examples of her slamming Porsha. I just feel like I don't know what y'all mean when y'all say Shamia was slamming Porsha. She did. Phaedra looked a mess. Phaedra looked like Xena the Warrior Princess. Girl, the black version. But when I tell you, baby, Porsha, I mean, baby, when I tell you Phaedra look like the Xena Warrior Princess, Porsha never said anything about Shamia on the show. Shamia was talking about their relationship to anyone with ears. Baby, that's not. It's you know what's crazy? Porsha didn't have to say anything about Shamia on the show. You can look at her actions on the show. And I think that's where we start to have a difference of opinion. Porsha ain't got to say nothing about Shamia on the show. I can look at her actions on season 16 and see what the fuck Porsha was up to. It don't take away from the fact that Shamia should have told Porsha, even if we go back to season 9, that she still was pissed off about that shit. But we're not gonna act like Porsha didn't give Shamia a reason to feel a certain way. Like, multiple things can be true. Shamia needs to have a fucking backbone. You need to say what the fuck is wrong with you. You should have told Porsha, girl, don't do no fucking shit like that no more. That's why we almost fell out the first fucking time. Do it again. We ain't gonna be friends no more. Whatever she gotta say. But we're not gonna act like Shamia feeling a way about Porsha. She just pulling it out of her goddamn ass. We're not gonna start at D, we're gonna start at A. And then we're gonna work our way up. Because I feel like a lot of people are starting at girl S. It's like what people do with Kenya. Y'all will talk about it's people literally do this with Kenya and Candace. Y'all will talk about the reaction, but you never want to talk about the action. We could talk about Shamia all day long, but her reaction to Porsha was caused by Porsha's actions. Be very clear. Now it's, oh, Shamia is talking about Porsha. She might be talking about Porsha. Why is she talking about Porsha? Oh, oh, okay. Why is she talking about Porsha? Shamia just talking about Porsha. Can we talk about why Shamia talking about Porsha? And then we can work our way up. That's all I'm saying. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you so much. Baby, what I got coming? There's something going on. What did I be ordering stuff? I don't even know what the hell I be ordering sometimes, girl. I see a blazer on sale for $15 ordered, and forgot I ordered the blazer for $15. Okay. Oh, but yeah, at the end of the day, I do believe this is what's happening though with Shamia and Porsha. I believe now Shamia and Porsha both on some fuck shit. I think that they are trying to carry what they got going on into season 17. I think them following each other is just something to set up the we forgive each other for season 17. Yeah, I think that Porsha is trying to change the course of the conversation, and I think a lot of people are falling for it. As if we did not see all that shit just happen. I'm not saying Shamia is the best friend of all time, but we're not gonna act like, girl. I feel like people trying to rewrite history. Now Porsha is, oh girl, I came to your weddings, girl. Now it's, oh girl, I'm not gonna let you paint this picture that you tried to paint about my weddings. Porsha, we we saw. We done heard everybody talk about you not going to that girl wedding. We done heard Carmen and Candy talk about how all you do is keep your legs in the air. Girl, like we've literally seen the stuff, and then we get to season 16 and it's like, no, that's not what happened. I actually did go to her wedding. And then Shamil say it was something that they do. I guess, girl, I don't know. That's tradition in her mama backyard. I don't know. Ooh, I don't know, child. I feel like I don't know. I don't know. These are just my listen. These are just my thoughts. These are just my opinions. I feel like as much as I've been on Shamia ass, I've been on Porsha ass. Regardless of what people say, I've been wearing Shamia out. Girl, that say she needs to get her ass whooped. Girl, 27 pieces. She should have got pistol whipped for pulling that stunt. But I just believe that when it comes to Porsha and Shamia's, I believe that when it comes to Porsha and Shamia's friendship, thank you, Keisha. I believe that when it comes to Porsha and Shamia's friendship, I feel like a lot of people are just now all of a sudden trying to dismiss the shit that Porsha has done because they dislike Shamia. I'm not that type. I'm not that type of boy. I try to be objective as possible when it comes to people. The same way I can get down here and I say I don't like Melody Holt, or I have a love-hate relationship with Melody, but I can still also say Carlos King was wrong, Destiny was wrong for pulling that stunt with Melody last year about her sucking dick in the back of the car. Like, I don't have to like you to be honest. And I'm just gonna say I don't trust people who change their opinion because you don't like somebody. Because I don't do no shit like that. The same way I don't see it for Phaedra, and I still came to her earlier and I said, I don't know if Phaedra necessarily has something to do with it. I'm not saying she didn't, but I don't know if she did. I could have easily came to her and said, hell yeah, she has something to do with it. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Girl. Like, and if you watch my videos, I go by right is right and wrong is wrong. I don't have to go up for you to tell the truth. I can hate your fucking gut. Well, I hate your gut because I don't really hate none of these people. I can dislike you and still look at this situation and say, oh, girl, she actually was right. Oh, girl, he actually was right. So I just think it's weird that I see people who all of a sudden their opinions just change because you dislike Shamia. I just think that's weird. I do. Because I can say Shamia is wrong here, here, here. I can say she right here, here, here. I can say Shamia wrong for this, this, this. I can say Porsha actually was actually right here. Oh, yeah, that actually does make some sense. Like I came down here earlier and I said, girl, I feel like Porsha was probably telling the truth about the information stuff. And I feel like now they playing a word game. I just said that. And I don't even see it for Porsha. But that's what I feel. Now, what I feel ain't facts, but that's what I feel. Come on, Libra things. I could have easily said, Portia's a motherfucking lie. Kenya ain't said no shit like that. But I was like, well, girl, based off what I see Drew said and what she didn't say, now it sounds like they're talking in code. Baby, but Shamia is not gonna catch the same venom as Porsha. Girl, what more venom do you need when I say a bitch need to get pistol whipped? Girl, like, girl, what else venom do you need? I literally said Shamia should have got her ass pistol whipped and pulled by her 27 piece. Girl, what more venom do you need by me saying a bitch should have got pistol whipped? Oh, I should have said she should have got shot in her skull. Girl, I'm just saying. I said the girl should be. I said I got a friend who would have pistol whipped Shamia and dragged her by her 27 piece. Did I not say that? Oh, girl, now y'all playing games. I'm not about to argue with you, classy and bougie. I'm not about to argue. Now y'all trolling. Shamia is jealous of Porsha. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not doing it. I'm not playing. Y'all trying to get me worked up. Girl, y'all, I'm about to go. Girl, I gotta go. Girl, y'all trying to get me worked up. Girl, y'all trying to get me worked up. Y'all trying to get me worked up. y'all trying to start an argument, and I'm not about to argue with none of y'all tonight. Y'all trying to argue with me tonight. I'm not about to argue with none of y'all. Watch, I'll be on here for about 45 more minutes. I heard you say pistol whipped and drink. Girl, whatever I said she need her ass whooped. Now, you might say that I don't have the same venom for Kenya. Okay? Now, you might be on some shit with that. But I feel like I've been pretty fair with Shamia. I feel like I have. But again, it is what it is. I don't know why Shamia would be jealous of Porsha. I definitely think at one point, Porsha was jealous of Shamia. I do. That's why Porsha rushed to marry Simon. Come on, because she wanted to act. She thought she hit a rich African. And then on top of that, if we're gonna be honest about it, I mean, Kenya could be lying, right? Like I think Kenya was very careful. I'm gonna go back and no, I'm not. I'm not. I just told I was about. No, I was about to. I was about to say I was gonna go back and watch what Kenya said about Drew. I might go back and watch, but I think that Kenya was very careful with how she worded the information she put out there. Like I don't think Kenya necessarily lied. I mean, some people say an omission is a lie, but I don't think Kenya necessarily lied. But I think she was very careful about what she said. But I'm gonna go back and watch it because I don't really remember word for word. But Kenya also said down to the YouTube that Porsha was pissed off when Shamil was about to get on the show. Now, Kenya could be lying, girl, but that's what Kenya said down to the YouTube. She didn't understand why Shamia was trying to come over there basically on her shit. Baby. Come on, love wins. Hashtag love wins, baby. Oh. That's what they I'm like, girl, what I got coming? I'll order my niece some shoes. Nieces. I was like, what is coming in tomorrow? I forgot that fast, girl. Anyways. Yes. This is the problem that let me tell you the problem that Shamia is having. Like most of the like most of the housewives, I think what Shamia is struggling with, and I think Shamia did say this, maybe she didn't. Shamia is trying to get off from under Porsha's wing. Shamia doesn't help the situation because Shamia still appears as a lapdog for Porsha. So I think what Shamia struggles at is I don't want people to think that I'm like some lapdog, but girl, you are though. Claudia said that Porsha and Shamia have not been cool with each other. I think she said from when she was in ATL on the live the other day. I believe it. I believe they're not cool. But you know, I'm always skeptical of when shit start to happen after the season. Like now all of a sudden y'all unfollowing each other on social media, girl. Girl. Like, you know, but anyways, but yeah, I feel like Shamia just doesn't know. I feel like Shamia is I feel like Shamia wants to get off from the whole lapdog stuff. But the fact of the matter is, Shamia, you put yourself there. Like, when I tell you, you literally put yourself there. You have a picture. Girl, I think I still got the picture saved in my phone. You have a picture on your Instagram page of you sitting in Portia's lap, girl, right here. Look at God. Look at God. Look at God. Shamia. Shamia. That was you, baby. Shamia, that's what you did. Like you literally sat on Portia's lap with your tongue out in a dog position. Baby, you did that. Okay? And this picture right here, girl, let me see. Let me see, baby. Hold up. Look, hold up. I want to show y'all. Okay, I thought I was about to tell my business. Look, thumbnails. And what y'all see? Baby, girl, baby, I call it for what it is. I've been calling Shamia a lap dog. Them to every thumbnail you see, who you see? Shamia sitting in Portia's lap. Cause I wasn't gonna let her live that shit down. Cause you still had that shit sitting on your motherfucking Instagram page. I literally went to Shamia's Instagram page a few months ago. I think it was when the season started. And I said, I want to know if she still got this shit on her Instagram page. I kept scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. I said, baby girl, that's exactly why I'm gonna screenshot this shit and put it in every motherfucking thumbnail. Because I know y'all asses be down on YouTube watching our videos. And anytime you run across Rodney the Voice goddamn channel, I want you to see how you look. Girl, you look a fool. And I put that shit in them to all my thumbnails because every time I post my shit to Twitter, Instagram, motherfucking YouTube, I want Shamia to see her sitting in this lady's lap. Girl, with her tongue out. I said, girl, you look crazy. Girl. Girl, you look crazy. I still got the picture saved in my phone. Look at this. Girl, Shamia look, girl, crazy. Shamia. And then she looked dumb. Remember when she was like, motherfucker? I said, girl, did you just, girl? I said, Shamia is so whack. girl, you just barked. Shamia. Oh, girl. Shamia, you're not making the situation no better by somebody saying you're a lap dog and then you turn around and bark. Girl, when she barked, I said, oh, girl. Motherfucker. I said, what the fuck is this? Girl, let me shut up. I was about to start cussing that girl out. Let me shut up. I'm going to shut up. I was really about to start cussing you out, Shamir, because I know you're probably watching. I was about to start cussing your ass out. Girl, I'm going to leave you alone, though, because we're on YouTube. Girl. You're a mess. You're a mess. Shamir is definitely, girl. But I do want Shamir to come back next season, though. Believe it or not. I feel like, okay, let me ask y'all a question. Who do y'all think? Okay, let me. You know what? I still got this wine. When I tell y'all this wine been sitting here this whole time, girl, I didn't want to get, girl, my first time taking a sip was when I got on live. I didn't want to get drunk and couldn't get my point across. Hold up. But I need a man over here, baby. Maybe Shamia is waiting on the train too. She gotta be. Okay? She gotta be. I need a man over here, baby. Yeah. But these niggas don't be acting right. Shit. But these niggas ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Okay. Anyways, who do y'all think should? Oh, we have a 1,106 people in the room. Just an FYI. I posted. I posted. Girl, see, girl, I'm already. Girl, I just took 3 sips and it's already starting to kick in. Oh, what was I about to say? Yeah, hold on. What was I about to say? What was I about to say? I really forgot what I was about to say. Oh, I have a Patreon. And my Patreon is Rodney the Voice #1. My goal is to put out 2 videos a week. If we have more to talk about, then that's fine. And it's usually going to be topics where I don't really want to talk about them on YouTube, or stuff that I may have already talked about on YouTube, but I kind of want to go a little bit more in depth. Okay. AKA, girl. Because, on YouTube, we're going to forever be on YouTube, but, you have to talk in code sometimes over here. Like, when we say RAPE, rape, but sometimes you can't really say it too many times. You have to say SA. Like, we, instead of saying, MUR, when you do something, when you when you think somebody, go, you gotta say unaliving, because over here, if you say the word too many times, the system might catch it, and it just becomes like a whole, So, but yeah, we have a good time. I already have 3 videos up. I posted a video today, and this is the thumbnail. Baby. This is the thumbnail for the new video. Baby, the whole game is vicious. Girl. Baby, the whole game is vicious. Retired by an old fool. That's Shannon. That's Shannon and that lady who just hit a motherfucking lick. Baby, look. That's the thumbnail. So we talking about Gabrielle Zuniga, whatever her name is, and Shannon Sharpe. She just retired from OnlyFans. She just retired from OnlyFans, baby. Miss Thing put out a motherfucking statement. But if y'all want to hear about it, y'all can go over there to the other side of town. Okay. Anyways, hey, I said, baby. I said, this bitch done retired. I said, retired. Hell yeah, she got some money. Shit. All I'm gonna say is this, because I'm not giving away what I talked about on Patreon. All I'm gonna say is this: if that bitch was asking for 10 million, no, I'm sorry, I just told a lie. If Shannon offered her 10 million and that bitch came back and said I want 50, okay, then you know they met somewhere in the middle. Okay? Bitch, be very clear. If Shannon offered her 10 and she said I want 2 and she said I want 50, you know that hoe met somewhere in the middle. I said, baby. I said, I'm in the wrong motherfucking game. I think she got about 20. I think she got about 25, 30 too. I'm with you, Stephanie. I think the whole got about 30. We gonna be honest. But I'm gonna leave it alone though. But yeah, shout out to the girls. I said the whole game is vicious, baby. Girl, these niggas ain't gonna never learn. Bitch. And yeah, y'all know the gag. Y'all know the gag. After all that was said and done, bitch, the lawyer came out and said, we talked about this though. We talked about this on my channel. I mean, we talked about this on YouTube. The lawyer came out and said the statement was that both sides acknowledge a long-term consensual and tumultuous relationship. I said, so now, bitch, it was consensual. So, bitch, you got by a hoe that came out and said that it was consensual. I said, oh, Shannon, baby, you's a dumbass motherfucker. It's a dumbass nigga. I don't feel sorry for him though. Anyways, it is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. The video is up on Patreon. Again, if you would like to join, if you can, if you don't want to, that's completely fine. Thank you, Symmetry. Thank you so much. If you can't join or don't want to join, that's completely fine. I will still be over here on YouTube. It's just that I got 2 jobs now. Okay, we got 2 jobs. We balancing. Okay, we gonna balance. Okay. But yeah, we're still gonna be over here kikiing and laughing and doing what we do. We might just get a little gutter snipe. We might just get a little gutter snipe-ish girl on the other side of town. That's it. I don't know if he addressed it on his channel, girl. I don't know. I'm sure he probably not. I'm sure he's probably not. Oh, that's a good idea. I didn't even. Oh no, I can't though. Oh, I can't. I was about to say that's a good idea, but I can't. They not. Baby, I be doing too much cursing. Yeah, y'all think I curse? Girl, I curse a lot of my videos already. Go over there, girl. It's a free for all. Yeah, girl. Okay. Yeah, I can't. I don't think I can over here. It won't be the same video because it's too much cursing. Anyways, I want me a pickle, child. Do y'all eat pickles? I love pickles, y'all. I have a big ass jar of pickles right in my refrigerator. I'm gonna get one right as soon as this video ends. No, I saw somebody say basically put the videos over here with the same membership. But I can't put the videos over here because even if I was to do the same membership, it wouldn't be the same because you know what I'm saying? Like I don't think the video I don't know how it works. We gonna keep the videos on Patreon. That's all I can really tell you for now. Oh, I don't like sour pickles. I like dill pickles. I don't like sour pickles. Looking like Patriot Apollo. Okay, baby, country and ghetto. You think she got 20 million? You think or you know she got 20 million. I feel like she got more than 20. Yes, the guidelines. Like I'm still let me be clear. I don't quote me because I don't really know nothing about no Patreon. From what I understand, it's just a little bit more. You have a little bit more freedom. That's all I'm saying. So I don't know. I don't think I could upload this. I don't know. I'm not even gonna worry about it right now. I just like regular dill pickles. I bought some sour pickles one time on accident. I was pissed off. Oh, I was pissed off. I couldn't even eat them. Are you ready? She got 20 million. I could see that. I could see her getting 20. Cause she definitely wasn't gonna get no 50. Girl, how much girl? No, I'm gonna say it. How much I think that white boy gonna get from Tyler? Cause that white boy gonna get something. I don't think that white boy ain't gonna get it. Let me tell you something, baby. The white boy suing for 260 million. How much I think that white boy gonna get? Cause baby, Tyler gonna settle. Tyler is gonna settle. Let me watch my mouth, Shannon. Cause baby, the white girl, whatever she is, that bitch said she want 50. She knew she wasn't gonna get 50. I be trying to tell y'all you supposed to start high and work your way down. Okay. Start high and then work your way down. Like that white boy know damn well he not gonna get no $260 million. But he might get 50 million. He might get 30 million. You know what I'm saying? He ain't get no 260. And he knows that. Like, oh girl, Gabriella knew she wouldn't get no 50 million. But she said, I'm gonna start high, we're gonna work our way down. You know what I'm saying? So he started at 260. I said, baby, he going, baby, he about to work a motherfucker pockets. I said, when I saw I said 260 million. I said, God damn. I said, this motherfucker asked for 260 million, dog. I said, what the fuck? Girl, what the fuck was going on over there? Girl. But this motherfucker said he want 260 million. I said, God damn, girl. I said, baby, white people do not play. But when I say white people do not play, bitch, they going for your motherfucker. Baby, they going for your motherfucker. Bitch, they going for your goddamn pocketbook, bitch. He said, I want 260 million. I said, shit. Okay. Drew was the MVP of the reunion and show. Angela, you still MVP for the show. Hey, cuz. What's up, Tamika Little? Thank you so much. I'm exactly right. You start high and work your way down. It's called the art of negotiating. I know that's right, Miss Cookie Ray. Shit. Baby, they are not playing. I believe she did. I don't know. I can't remember. I think she said that he awed her. Did the white girl say that? Didn't Gabriella say Shannon awed her allegedly? I don't know. I can't remember. Baby, that's a mess. Baby, these girls is not playing. Why can't Shamia have been a good friend to Porsha without being called a lapdog? I'll tell you why, Antoinette. Because at some point, girl, even though I know that Porsha moves real fucked up and funny, for you to continue to put yourself in a position with Porsha, friendship and all, girl, it makes you a lapdog. Girl, this girl damn near ruined your whole goddamn marriage before you even got married. Girl, your best friends of high school sat at a motherfucking table with Phaedra and joined in on the conversation about you fucking Candy and Todd. And even after all of that, she still played like second fiddle to Porsha. She still played the role of, oh girl, I'm still going to be the best friend to Porsha. And girl, you on some real shit, you're not even over the shit. You still pissed off about it. We know you pissed off because you still telling Angela that, girl, you were disappointed. And I mean, even though she could have been saying that at the time I was disappointed, but the fact of the matter is, and I've said this and I'll say it again, if Shamia really was over it, or if Shamia didn't want to have conversations about Porsha, she would have shut the conversation down immediately. But she didn't. She didn't. Because she's still pissed off. And instead of her just saying that, she plays the, oh no, I'm over it. No, it's good. It's cool. But girl, you pissed. Girl, just say, bitch, I was pissed off at you because you're supposed to be my sister. And you sat there and let that hoe say what she said about me, knowing I was about to get married in 48 hours. It wasn't 48 hours. You know, I put a little extra on it. I'm like the other girls. I put a little sauce on it. It wasn't 48 hours. You know what I'm saying? And so then even this season, we can come to this season. We ain't even got to go backwards. Even this season, when we saw how Porsha was moving with Faith, when we saw how Porsha was moving with Shamia, Shamia still kind of just threw it under the rug. When they would ask her in the confessionals about Porsha, when Angela brought it up, Angela was being messy, but the fact of the matter is she brought it up. When she brought it up to Shamia about Porsha talking over her song when she played it for the first time, Shamia was like, oh, no, we good. Okay. Maybe she don't want to talk about it on camera. Even when it came up in the confessional, I can't remember word for word, I've been drinking. Even when the producers brought it up in the confessional, she was just like, yeah, it kind of hurt, but and I'm paraphrasing. She like acknowledged that it probably hurt, but she was also just like, oh, we're moving on. Girl, what are you doing? I'm all down for, girl, that's my friend, and you're not going to get in the middle of me and my friend, but I'm not going to sit here and lie. And so I think that because Shamia was still lying about how she really felt, you're still playing that lapdog position. What's up, Diva? Shamia abandons herself. And that's what I don't like. Like, that's why she will all, girl, no, I'm going to say always, but that's why I always put her in my thumbnail. Well, most of the time, which was sitting on Porsha's lap. Because, girl, you're still giving lapdog. Instead of you just telling the truth about how you feel, all Shamia had to say, I swear to God, and it would have made stuff so much better. Shamia, all you had to say was, I should have been honest with my friend. I was pissed off. I'm still pissed off. Every time I'm asked about it, I get pissed off because you sat there and let her say what she said about me and you joined in on the fucking conversation. Because I feel like I'm going to lose you. I play this game of back and forth. Like, Shamia, just tell the truth. That's basically what Cynthia was trying to say. But it's okay if you pissed off. Just say it. Girl, just say you pissed off. It's okay that you're pissed off. You have every reason to have been pissed off at Porsha and Phaedra. But instead of you trying to act like, oh, it's cool, we worked through it, you really didn't work through it. You just kind of oh, we good. Girl, you're not good. She really wants to address it, but she's afraid to lose her friend. I feel like that's what it is. I feel like that's a part of it too. But at some point, if you can't be, girl, if I can't be honest with my friend, then girl, you got me fucked up. Girl, I'm not gonna lie, girl. I did. What's up, Megan? Why wasn't Shamia a husband? Why wasn't Shamia a husband, baby? Because Shamia, girl, because Shamia is the girl of the girl. I'm not saying Shamia is a girl of the girl, but y'all gonna put some respect on Shamia's name. Because Gerald didn't have to come to the reunion. Clock that T. That's why Shamia moving the way she moved don't make no sense. Girl, I don't have to sabotage, and that's what I was trying to say earlier. I don't have to sabotage you, Porsha. Bitch, y'all niggas had to come. My nigga didn't have to come. That's how Shamia needs to start talking. Girl, I don't have to fucking sabotage you, girl. Bitch, you got your baby daddy down here. Girl, girl, Phaedra got that nigga who she fucking down here. Girl, you got wrapped in her. My nigga didn't have to come. And I'm still sitting first chair. Okay? That's the gag. That's the gag. Because Gerald didn't have to come. And if we're going to be honest, Gerald didn't even have to shoot the season. Let me tell y'all something. Girl, this is the truth. This is the truth of the matter. Y'all can take it how y'all want to take it. Even after the editors went in and still edited this show, they still positioned Shamia as the head bitch in charge. They still gave Shamia center peach. They still had Shamia open up the show, and Gerald barely shot. We saw Gerald on FaceTime more than we saw him on an actual fucking camera. That's why when y'all saying that Shamia don't have to sabotage nothing. Shamia already, they literally put Shamia in the position to be the head bitch in charge. Y'all can deny it all day long, but that's just the fact. We saw Gerald on camera one time when she gave Shamia that call, and we saw him 3 times on FaceTime. Hello? You had Porsha down here running to film with Dennis. Girl, you had Drew running to film with Ralph. Okay? Baby. You even had Phaedra filming with her man. Shamia is the only one who man didn't have to show up to that goddamn reunion. Shamia is the only one who didn't have to have Gerald film. If Shamia really wanted to play the bitch, I'm the head bitch, at least for this season, she really could. And she would have everything to back it up. Now, Shamia is whack. She can't dress. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is it doesn't change the fact. It doesn't change the fact that she was still put in that position. That's it. That's really it. It does not change the fact. She was put in that position. Everything I said is factual. And that's just what it is. She opened up the show with her family. She was standing in the middle. Porsha was sitting down when they had their red dresses on. Shamia was the glue of the group, not Porsha. Not Miss Porsha, who's been on since season 5. She left for a couple of seasons. They said Shamia was the glue. And she went around and said, this person, I know this person, this person knows this person because of me. Oh, I met this person because I met this person. Oh yeah, she knows her. And I met her, and then she knows this person. I really don't know Angela though. Is that not what happened? Yeah. Shamia not that girl because Shamia don't want to be that girl. But Shamia really could have put her foot in a lot of their necks if she wanted to. But she too busy being Porsha's lapdog. Gerald was living in her phone the same way Karen said Jamal was living in Giselle's phone. Thank you, Nashina. Baby, if it happened in real life or not, it happened on the show. Girl, on the show, they made Shamia the head bitch in charge. Hello? They didn't? What happened in real life? It don't matter. On the show, they made Shamia the head bitch in charge. Elmer's clue. No, she didn't rise to the occasion, but they definitely propped her up. She didn't rise to the occasion. She didn't. But they definitely propped her up. And Shamia really, if Shamia really wanted to act like I'm that girl, no, that's not true. That's not true. You making stuff up, Scarlett J. Nah, Rodney. Nah, Rodney. Oh, I'm sorry. That is true. No, that is true. I'm sorry. I misread your comment. I'm sorry, Scarlett J. Nah, Rodney. Shamia wants to be that girl. No, she wants to be that girl, but it does not change the fact that they still put her in position to be that girl. Like, it doesn't matter what anybody says in the comments, girl, they position Shamia as that girl. That's just what it is. It don't matter if we say she whack. It don't matter if we say she ain't got no backbone. It don't matter if what we say. The fact of the matter is Shamia was positioned as the glue. That's it. That's it. That's all. She was the glue. She was in the center. Her family opened up the show. She was positioned as the girl. Hello? I blame their mamas. I blame their mamas. Okay? Okay? Because I'm still girl. Quiet as it's kept, girl. Let me shut up. I ain't gonna talk about nobody's mama, child. Let me shut up. Who stole the ball from her? Nobody. 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 Do you think they did it because Porsha was being dragged by Simon and stalling filming? I'll tell you. You want me to tell you? You want me to tell you the truth? Why I think they did it? I think one, they did it because we're gonna tell the truth. That's the only way I know how to be. I think they did it one. Be honestly, I think they were. I think that production was getting a lick back at Porsha. I do. And let me say this: if y'all remember, they were trying to change the course of the conversation about Atlanta. They wanted luxury. They remember this got out. They wanted to show the wealth, the luxury. If that's what they're trying to do, Porsha don't fit the bill. The only person that actually fits the bill would be Shamia. Kelly over there in that townhouse that looked like she in jail. No shade. I mean, it looked better than what I live in. But Kelly house, townhouse looked like, girl, I thought that was outside of a prison. Bitch, I said, Kelly live. I said, girl, where Kelly live? Girl, I thought when they showed the outside of Kelly house, I said the townhouse, I thought that was a prison. I said, oh my God. So Kelly live on Kelly house like the outside of a prison. Girl, Drew house is regular, a nice house but regular. Angela house is nice but regular. Girl, the only person that really could fit the bill to go in the direction that they wanted to go was Shamia. I think that Porsha would have been the girl in charge, but I think Porsha pissed production off. When Porsha came back and made that announcement that she was coming back as coming back as Porsha Gubadia, and then 2-3 weeks later she filed for divorce. Girl, you done lied. You lied and said that you were coming back as Porsha Gubadia, just for you to turn your ass around after you signed this contract to announce your ass is getting a divorce. And then on top of that, you can't even film in your fucking house. And on top of that, your soon-to-be ex-husband is basically trying to have production come down to court. Porsha's whole storyline was fucked up. So at that point, because Shamia, it probably would have been more than likely Porsha, because Porsha is a veteran at this point. The next person in line is going to have to be Shamia. Kenya not on the show, Because King fucked around and showed somebody sucking dick. Baby King showed somebody sucking dick. Baby, I don't. Baby King showed somebody. I don't know who it was. King showed somebody sucking dick down to the King Moore hair spa. Baby, I don't know who it was. Was it you? Was it one of y'all? Because Bang Bang said it wasn't her. So I'm trying to figure out who the bitch was on the picture. Who was the girl on the picture sucking dick, baby? Because Bang Bang said it wasn't her. So who was it? So Shamia, in a way, probably got it by default. Because who else was going to get it? Right. Shamia's wealth is the only thing to keep her on the show. That's true. Do we know why Porsha got divorced from that man? Come on. I would keep Shamia on the show, for real, though. I would. I would keep Shamia on the show. I would keep Angela on the show. I would keep Kelly on the show. I would keep Drew on the show. Cynthia can go. Ugh. Phaedra say she coming back. Ugh. And really and truly, I feel like Porsha can go. I really do feel that way. I would get rid of Porsha and Phaedra. And I would keep everybody on the other side of the couch. I really would. I feel like Kelly is a good housewife. I would definitely bring Kenya back. I would bring Nene back. And I would probably add a new person. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be honest. A part of me wants to see Kim Z, but a big part of me don't. Because now, girl, no, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. Now, a part of me wants to see Kim Z because I know she has I know she got something that she'll give us something to talk about. But the next part of it is, girl, you're poor white trash now. I probably shouldn't have said that on YouTube. But girl, Kim is poor white trash. So I do want to see Kim back because I think that it'll give us something to talk about. But girl, don't come back now since you're poor and you ain't got nowhere to lay. And bitch, you bouncing from pillar to post. Because the truth of the matter is, when Kim thought she was better than those black ladies. Can we just call it for what it is? Kim thought that she was better than every black bitch in that group. She did. Didn't want to film. What other white woman do you know would sit on stage with 5 African American women? Kim thought she was better than those women. So a part of me does want Kim back so they can drag Kim. But then the flip side of it is like, nah, bitch, you don't get to come back and make no money off the back of these women after your ass left, didn't want to film with them, and now your ass ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. Like it's like I'm looking at it on both sides. It would be good TV, but then the flip side is now, girl, you don't get to come back when you poor. Because the whole thing is like we make fun of the girls when they poor, but then we want Kim to come back and she poor. No. You know what I'm saying? We can't drag the girls for not having no money and then want the brokest bitch to come back at the same time. That's the only thing. I swear to God, I would love to see Kenya terrorize Kim. That's the only thing that would like make it worth watching. Because I know Kenya will be wearing Kim out. That's the only thing, girl, that I would love to see. Because Kenya will have her foot on that girl's neck. I said, it's two sides. It is. It would be good television. It would. It would. It would. It would be good television, but a part of me still is like, Kim, you don't, no, 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 no. No. But I do want to see her get dragged, though. You know, the last time they saw each other, she had Kim spazzing out. Worry about whose dick her daughter's going to suck for John Legend tickets. Bitch, Kim had a fit. Baby Kenya said, worry about whose dick your daughter's going to suck for John Legend tickets. I know that's right, bitch. Baby Kenya was wearing Kim out in Nene's house, bitch. Baby Kim got the throwing shit. How dare you talk about my daughter? She just talked about my daughter. And then when Kim was walking out, she was like, you dumb bitch. Kim was looking at her phone. Listen. Kim was looking at her phone. She was like, yeah, and I'm the dumb bitch that just gathered you. Be gone. Bitch, when Kenya, bitch, Croy had to carry. Hold up, bitch. Hold up. Bitch, Croy had to carry Kim out of that house, and Kim was still cussing. You stupid bitch. Yeah. And Kim was looking down at her phone. She was like, yeah, no, I'm the stupid bitch that just gathered you. Be gone. I said, this bitch is crazy. I said, bitch, Kenya is stupid. I'm the bitch that just be gone. I said, I know that's right. Bitch, leave me alone. Bitch, and the real gag about it, bitch, you know the real gag about it? Let me show you. Baby, Kenya sat there just like this with her legs crossed. Bitch, when I tell you Kenya sat there, hold on, I'm sorry. Bitch, Kenya, hold up. Kenya sat there with her legs crossed the whole time. Baby, Kim got to throwing dishes and shit. What Kenya said, look at you messing up this lady. She said, look at you messing up this lady's house. Bitch, when Kenya sat there, Kenya ain't flinch. Messing up this lady's house. She was wiping wine off her shit. She don't get to come back and profit off of the people she thinks she's better than. Okay, I do like her daughter on Next Gen NYC though. Yeah, we like her daughter. We do like her daughter on the show. But I do, baby. I said, baby, Kenya is a mess. Baby, that lady sat there with her legs crossed and was getting your ass together. I said, Kim is spazzing out, baby. Spazzing out. Anyways, girl. But yeah. It would be funny to see Kim get dragged by Kenya again. Let me tell you something, bitch. Okay, bitch, Kenya is funny to me. I don't care what none of y'all say. Okay. Anyways, all right, y'all. I'm gone. Just the FYI, in case some of y'all don't know this, I am Team Twirl. Be very clear. Okay, I'm not Team Shamia, girl. I'm not Team Shimmy Shimmy Cocoa Puffs. I'm not Team Lapdog. I'm not Team Porsha. I'm not Team Peach Juice. I am Team Twirl, girl, and Team Truth. You know what? I'm Team Truth. I'm Team Truth, girl. This wine's starting to kick in, baby. You see, I'm starting to sweat right here because my AC. You see, you see that glisten of sweat right here, bro. I'm starting to get hot and shit. Okay, but anyways, all right, y'all. I had fun. Again, if you want to subscribe to my Patreon, I think you should. We're gonna have a good time. I haven't went live just quite yet. I just started the Patreon. I think the 16th of this month. So yeah, if you want to subscribe or what is it called, become a member, then I think you should. It's Rodney the Voice, the number 1. I think the link is in this video. I think so. But yeah, all right, y'all, I'm gone. Y'all have a good night. Thank y'all so much. I had a good time. Bye, y'all.